right, and bring it back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I heard a lot of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful math talk. So what did we have? Did we end up with anything? Do we have any definitions? Emmy's group, what did you come up with?
All of them or just one?
You can give one for now, and we'll see if other people have other definitions.
Well, everyone wants to do both.
Okay. So what do you have as a definition for mode?
So far, for mode, we have mode has the most numbers of tallies. For that one, doesn't have that.
So you're saying this mode?
Yes.
The mode being 6 has what?
The most tallies.
Okay. Good observation. What does that tell us?
I wrote down mode has the most, but that's maximum.
Well, maximum means highest, so highest number. So what would our maximum be in our set? 8. So 8 is our maximum in our set. So mode is, what did you say? It was the what?
For that one, it's the most tallies.
Okay, and what did the tallies tell us? How many what?
How many,
Okay, well let's think. Number 3 has 1 tally, 6 has 2 tallies, 8 has 1, 2 has 1. Looking at our set, what do you think our tallies mean? Anyone? JP.
how many people did that? Like, if they're having, if you're like doing, like selling something, let's say someone sold 3, 6, 8, or 2 boxes or something, and then you would count how many people sold the number.
Okay, so our tallies mean how many times the number what? If we look at our set, and our tally says 1 for our number 3, what does that tell us about our number 3? It shows up how many times it was used. So if 6 has 2 tallies, what does that mean about 6? Most used number.
That's what I
Does anyone disagree or have another phrase to define this? Jess?
The number that shows up most frequently.
Okay, so Jess has a good vocab. So most frequently used number. Does everyone know what frequently means? It means it happens again and again and again and again and again. Does anybody who agrees with Emmy, JP, and Jess? Thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs sideways if you're like, meh. And thumbs down if you have a different definition. Thumbs up? Okay, so we'll keep this one for now. Who has a definition for our other 3? Gabe.
Can I do the mean?
Sure.
The mean is what all of the numbers equal divided by the number of numbers.
Okay. So what would that tell us? We added up all our numbers and then divided by the number of numbers we had, and we get 25 divided by 5, which is 5. So what does that tell us? 5 what? Do you know?
Numbers?
5 numbers, but it's a tricky word. I don't know if you know it. JP, do you want to give it a go? Okay? So we added up all our numbers and divided by the total amount of numbers, right? Have you ever heard of the word average? When you average a grade? So say you got a 100, a 90, and an 80 on your spelling tests. And you wanted to say about what did I get on my tests? Does anybody have an idea? If you got 100, a 90, and an 80, what about would you say? Sonia?
About 207.
Okay, so Sonia, are you adding these? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sonia says if we add them, that gives us 270. Can you get a score of 270 on our test?
17.
Where'd you get the 17? 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 and 9 is
9.
an 8. Yes, and then you carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So I added all my numbers, so now I get a grade of 270. So what was my next step in our example up here? What did I do next? Now that I had the total number, what did I do next? Gabe.
You divide that number by how many numbers there are.
Okay, so if we divide 270, how many numbers are there?
3.
3. And if we do 270 divided by 3, 3 into 27 goes about, do you guys use the big 7 method?
What?
That's a no. So can 3 go into 2? No. So can 3 go into 27?
Yeah. Yes.
How many times? 9. 9 times 3 is? 27. Subtract 0, 0. Does 3 go into 0? Nope. So this is our average. Our average could be said when you add up all the numbers and then divide by how many numbers you have, that gives you an average. So if you got 190 and an 80 on the test, your average would be a 90. Because that's right around the middle, right? So does anybody now have a definition of mean now that you know the word average? Look at your journals. I saw a lot of you had some.